When we are using VMware Workstation platform, we need to quickly create new virtual machine. Reason for that might be different. For example, additional machine for our lab environment or just quick tests without affecting other machines we have set up in our virtual environment. And installing whole operating system with all applications we used to have in our setup might be time-consuming process. That is why it is worth to consider creating and using templates to be quickly generate virtual machine we need. To prepare template for our VMware Workstation, we need to install Windows and prepare for template, and then we need to prepare Windows to be used as a template and prepare virtual machine to act as a template, and lastly create new virtual machine from that template. So let's jump to adding new Windows template and how we can deploy it in VMware Workstation. So when we finish installing new Windows machine, here you should prepare the operating system, no matter Windows or Linux, for the template. For example, here I want all the virtual machine that deployed from this template power on with actually no Windows firewall. So first of all, we go here and turn off the Windows firewall. And again, here you want to actually make the processor, you can increase the virtual processors or the RAM, or even you can increase the hard for that virtual machine. Actually, you have to power off that virtual machine and say expand and define the size. And after that, you should log into disk management to this Windows, and you can actually make the partition C bigger. And you may need actually install the antivirus or several applications in your template. That means you can quickly deploy your new Windows or Linux without wasting time, just for example in 2 or 3 minutes. So second, we'll go to CMD here and we'll say cd c Windows system 32 and sysprep, and here we'll say sysprep to generate the seed number or security identifier. So here we'll say generate, and again we'll say shutdown and OK. That's OK. So after a while, the operating system is going to be shutting down. So next step, we should actually create snapshot. Let's say test template, and we'll say take snapshot. Now we have a snapshot from this Windows template. And next step, we're going to setting here, and in option advanced, here we'll select enable template mode to be used for cloning. That's great. Now is the time actually you can very easily deploy this virtual template. As you can see here, you cannot delete the disk because it's on template mode. And as you can see, I have two templates for Windows Server 2019 and 2016, and this is the new one. That's great. So I want actually to deploy this template. Simply here or here, right click, and we'll say clone. Again, we'll say next, and here is the snapshot. We want to take clone from this snapshot, and next. So this is the full original Windows Server, and this is actually required that virtual machine. In my opinion, this one is much better because it's fully independent. But the downside, actually, it's require more disk space. And you can use this one, whatever that you like. So we'll say next. And here we'll specify the disk. For example, in this new folder. And as you can see, clone of this virtual template. And as you can see, the progress is very fast because of my SSD drive. Great. we'll say close. So here we have clone of this Windows 2019 template. You can actually start and power on this virtual machine. This is how you can easily deploy your template to the new virtual machine. And less than a few minutes, as you can see, the Windows is going to be ready actually to use. And here we'll say next. You can define the language or whatever and accept. And this is the new password. Confirm the password and finalize the installation for new Windows server. And here we can log in to the new virtual machine. That's great. This is how we can install Windows Server from the template.